Spoiler alert!
Welcome to Spoiler Alert. Spoiler Alert is all about food preservation and how to keep your food good for long periods of time. There are many different ways to do this, and we've picked our top 10.
We will only be able to cover 2 methods of our production in our cooking show, but here we will talk more about every topic.
Number 10. Fermentation is a natural preservation process that is often used to make beer, cheese, wine, and meat. It is the process in which a living cell obtains energy through the breakdown of glucose and other simple sugars without the use of oxygen. It is processed when lactose reacts with water to form lactic acid.
Number 9. Drying is a method of food preservation where food is dried, which stops the growth of bacteria, yeast, and molds. Drying includes getting rid of the water so that no mold can grow. Removing of the water can be removed through evaporation, dehydration, and freeze drying. This method allows consistent results and keeps the food preserved for
Number
a long
8.
time.
Canning is another process used to preserve foods. It involves boiling food to kill all bacteria and sealing to prevent bacteria from getting into the food. It is commonly used when preserving meats, vegetables, and fruits. When something is boiled to a high temperature, it kills the bacteria found within it, which inhibits its ability to go bad. After it is boiled, it has to be sealed to ensure that no bad bacteria can get in again. This protects the food, and the result is a food that can resist going bad for years.
Hello, my name is Marty, and I'm going to be telling you about number 7, gelling. Gelling is a process that is similar to canning, but varies in some key points. It involves cooking a material into food that solidifies and forms a gel. Some materials used for this purpose are gelatin, agar, and both maize and a root flour. This method protects the food by encasing it within the gel.
Number 6. Freezing. Freezing is one of the most common used methods. It is used to preserve an extremely wide range of food, and it's been used for decades. It is quick and a convenient process. Freezing destroys some microorganisms while it decreases the reproduction of them. It rids foods of bacteria and slows the growth of others.
Number 5. Smoking lengthens the shelf life of food items that are perishable. It involves exposing food to smoke from burning plant material. It decomposes parts of the food, which help to dry and preserve the food. It is commonly used to preserve meats, fruits, and vegetables, as well as some drink ingredients such as tea leaves. It rids the food of moisture, which in turn prohibits the growth of mold and bacteria.
Number 4 on our list today is pickling. Pickling is a preservation method in which foods are placed into an antimicrobial liquid. It can use multiple agents such as brine, vinegar, and alcohol. It sometimes saturates the food with the pickling agent. Some forms of pickling produce lactic acid that rids the food of bacteria. The agents used ward off bacteria and with it mold.
And for number 3, burial. Burial is another method that is not as commonly used as the others. It preserves food using multiple factors like lack of light, lack of oxygen, cool temperature, and pH levels. It can be combined with more methods like salting and fermentation. Most foods can be easily preserved in dry and salty soil or frozen soil. Burial employs factors that will resist bacteria and rids foods of factors that would encourage bacterial growth.
Number 2, salting. Salting or curing is a method that draws moisture from meat through osmosis. The salt placed on the meat draws moisture out, which discourages bacteria from growing in it. Bacteria need moisture, and salt takes it away, resulting in meat that is preserved and drives bacterial growth away.
Number 1. Brining. Brining is a process that is similar to margination, which is different than imagination. The food is soaked in brine before cooking. The brine is composed of salt water. The salt water has an extremely high concentration, which makes it impossible for bacteria to grow in it. This preservation is cheap and easy, and is used in
Thank you for joining us at Spoiler Alert. I hope you enjoyed it all. It was a good experience for us. Yeah, and for me too. So I hope you enjoyed it, and hopefully you might practice. I hope you practice these methods at home or anywhere or with friends.